Hi everyone, welcome back to CIS1003 course. I am Isam Hamdan, your presenter today. This is a lecture for week 1, and this is the second lecture of week 1 actually, based on learning outcome 1. So in this particular video, basically I will talk about data, information and knowledge, and show the relationship between all those three different terms. So the agenda basically for today is to define what is data, what is information, what is knowledge, and also show some examples between for each one. So what is data? So data basically refers to elements or facts about things that are not organized and with no specific meanings. It means basically about certain basic things of elements that are raw, that are basic, that has no specific meaning to us as human beings. And I'll show you basically an example. So if you notice here, we have this particular example which show three different types of data. Such as travel data, date, this is travel date, first name and last name. So if you just spend 1 minute and show me or circle which one of these is data. So basically we will look at each one. Each one will basically represent e-data. So for example, travel date is a data, first name is data. In our case here we have first name is Ali, and the last name Al-Mansouri is also data. So each one of those elements are data. On the other hand, when we talk about information refers to data that have been organized or processed so that they have meaning or value to us as a human being. So the idea basically here, we start from data, and if we do processing on data, we will get information. And to clarify this, let's show some examples. So I want you to circle the information from what you see now on the screen. So if you can just take 1 minute to do that. Okay, so all of those basic elements that we have defined in data, if you put them all together, it means something. It has something useful. So for example here we know that Ali Al-Mansouri, and his travel date will be on the 20th of January 2016. So all of those, if you put them all together, it means data. And another example basically, which is the ticket price. An information system basically, whenever it generates a ticket price, it had to do some processing, some calculation on the back end in order to calculate the ticket price. So we can also consider ticket price to be information, because it's a processed data. For example, to calculate a ticket price, you have to calculate basically the price from several destinations that this traveler will take. So for example, if you travel from Dubai to Cairo, it has a price, and if he traveled from Cairo to Beirut, there is another price. And also in between there are taxes and fees that need to be added to the ticket price. So at the end, the information system will calculate all that and produce a ticket price. And the last thing that I will discuss with you today, which is knowledge. What is knowledge? So knowledge basically refers to data and or information that have been organized or processed to have a new understanding or expertise. So what does that mean? So we start from data, and when we process data, we get information. Now, knowledge, basically, it's processed information or processed data, or both. So as you can see here, basically, it is a cycle which starts from data and then go back to information and goes to information, and then from information and data we can process both to get a knowledge. So let me show you an example. Assume that we have this table, which is the total yearly sales for Etihad Airlines in 2014 and 2015. So notice, for example, Etihad Airlines in 2014, they had sales revenue of 3.35 billion dirhams, and in 2015 they have 2.45 billion dirhams. So using this particular example, what decisions would you take? So notice, if you notice here the number, and you as a manager or someone who is looking at this data, what decisions would you make to the company, basically? So here in this case, maybe one decision that you would make is to add new flight routes, destinations, in order, to increase revenues. And the other type basically is to do more advertisements, or maybe to do more promotions. And the reason for that, because notice here in 2014 you have 3.35 billions, but in 2015 the sales revenues have decreased. So this basically could be a useful type of comparison for a manager in Etihad Airlines in order to take action. So this is basically it for today's lecture. See you next time.